Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading or a channel message reading for the collective. So if you haven't already or if you're new to my channel, feel free to like and subscribe if this message resonates for you. If it doesn't, feel free to check out my other videos. All right, so this is already pre-shuffled. This is my Light Seers tarot deck. Before I was before I started recording, I was really trying to tap into like who this message was for. So what I saw was African American or Black woman. You could wear glasses. You could be in your mid 30s. This message might resonate for you the most. If you don't fit that description, don't be deterred. But that's just who I was picking up in my meditation. And you could also be somebody who is starting to acclimate yourself with tarot and this side of the spiritual realm, if you will. So hopefully you get the clarity that you need if this is you. Again, if it's not you, then hopefully you still find some messages that are helpful for you. So let's see what our guides and what spirit has for us. Spirits of the highest white light, please provide a collective message for your loved ones, for your collective, for your chosen ones. Tell me more, spirit. This Queen of Wands has been coming out a lot. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Six of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. There could be a fire sign woman in your family, not just in your community, in your family, that intends, I'm hearing, to disrupt or delay something that you're working on for yourself. It could be financially, it could be just your own self development. But this person, um, again, I'm hearing a family member. This might be an auntie. She might have short hair, like in the image. Let me bring it down. You might have a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius aunt who, yeah, it just seems like she's trying to. With the Six of Wands here, this could be a karmic relationship. So maybe your relationship with this aunt has always been a little weird. They might have always given jealous, envious vibes or competitive vibes. Like, this is the type of person that every time you see them, they're making a comment on your body. They're making a comment on just anything about your appearance, or they're trying to find any way to break you down so that they can feel better. Whenever they see you, they have to always bring up something about you that, is flawed or something like that. Like, somebody always got to bring you down a size. But it's because, and this is always the case with people who are envious with anyone, that envy comes from the acknowledgement within that you have something or you are something that they're not. And the only way that they know how to express it is through just those little digs or those little snarky comments. So you could have had this type of relationship your whole life with this woman. And I think this relationship is a catalyst for your spiritual journey kind of moving in a different direction, because this person or your relationship with this person is going to really help you be aware of um, just how favored and abundant and blessed that you are. Um, and when I say that, it doesn't mean that other people aren't blessed or favored, but you have you have been diligent and you are hardworking. Whatever you do, whatever your career is, you're a hard worker. You're a good person. You might do a lot of charities or volunteer work. You might work for a nonprofit. So you have a good heart. You have a very community based mindset. And that is essentially, who you are. That character is essentially why you have so much love and support around you. And so once you tap into it, and by that I mean your ancestors, your spirit guides, um, it's only going to just elevate you even more. But let's get into Auntie Fire Sign. With this Four of Pentacles here at the start of the reading, usually when I see the Four of Pentacles, I mean, it obviously means hoarding or like really holding on to resources, saving resources. It gives stingy energy. The Four of Pentacles comes before the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is pretty much when you're down bad. Your finances are in shambles. So this is a step before that. I feel this card coming out prior to or at the beginning of the reading is a message for you. As you can see, she's kind of holding her purse like close to her. This person might be asking you for money, or there might be people around you asking for money with this Five of Wands energy. So I don't know if Auntie Fire Sign is into the occult, but if she isn't, she's still finding a way to try to get money from you, or trying to get money from you by, I don't know, I don't want to say sending people towards you. It could be triangulation. Maybe this auntie is going through something really bad and you're not willing to help. So she's trying to triangulate you and like make you feel guilty about it. But I feel like whatever she could be going through is not karma, but it's the consequence of her energy and of her action. So helping her would again put you in this Five of Pentacles energy. So definitely hold on to your coin. One thing that I tell myself as somebody who's constantly trying to improve and heal their relationship with money is that one, money is an energy. And, we know that energy can never be created or destroyed. So it only can be passed, right? And there's a certain amount of giving and taking that needs to occur with the energy of money. And with that, sometimes, when I'm thinking about where I'm spending my money or who I'm giving my money to, you want that to be fruitful as well. You don't want to give your money or spend your money with people that have no ability or desire to grow and develop whatever that gift is. It's the gift that keeps giving. So when you give people money and they don't do anything with it, they don't pay the bill that you had them that they asked you to help them pay, they don't put it towards their savings or whatever, their Roth IRA, I don't know, whatever it is, then that is essentially a disruption of that energy flow. So you have to be careful where you put your money, where you're spending it. You want to spend it and give it to people who are going to multiply it, even if they don't give it back to you. People who understand the value of money and the value that it brings to people, not just because it can give you things, but because of what it can help you build for the collective. So you're being highly encouraged to think about your relationship with money as far as how you spend it and who you give it to. I'm getting eldest daughter energy, so you might be the person in your generation who takes care of everybody financially or in other ways. The Seven of Cups here there could just be a lot of things, excuse me, blocking you or confusing you or distracting you at this time. Clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. So what I think is happening is the Seven of Cups is a representation of attempts to confuse you or throw off your crown chakra or third eye chakra. So if you are feeling a little foggy, retrograde just ended, but we're starting Saturn, Mercury retrograde just ended, but we're starting Saturn retrograde today, I think. So take some time You can look on YouTube, do some third eye or crown chakra frequency meditations, because your ancestors with this 10 of pentacles here, or your loved ones, your family, um, are here to help you on the other side. But this could also be a representation of what I said earlier with that triangulation. Like maybe this person is sending family members towards you to try to urge you or encourage you to do something that is not going to be beneficial for you. So this is twofold: to check in with your ancestors, check in with your third eye, but also watch family members that are here on this plane that could be in cahoots with your, I keep saying auntie, it might be an auntie, it could be another family member, but I'm getting auntie. This is giving like older auntie. Why is the Six of Wands here? Ten of Cups, yeah. This is just giving, I mean, I see this a lot in the Black community. I am Black, even though my hands don't look like it. When you're somebody in a family that has a lot of generational curses, and I pointed out the Black community because I feel like the Black community has a lot of generational curses going back to slavery, but even probably before that. When you're in a family dynamic like that and you're somebody who in this incarnation, again, abundant, blessed, you have your head on straight, you have a good head on your shoulders. A lot of times, instead of like being motivated to embody that energy within themselves, people in your family, people in your community would rather just kind of like take it from you. um so this is your energy, this 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles energy. This is what's for you, right? Beautiful family, harmony, joy, abundance. Again, 10 of pentacles I look at as well as like the ancestral lineage card. So you have powerful people and powerful things in store for you. But you have people around you with this crabs in the barrels energy that want to get in the way of that instead of just pouring into themselves, because that's how you got it. You didn't get it just because you're lucky or because, like I said earlier, like God just favors certain people. No, you got it because of your mentality and because of the way that you operate, the way that you treat people, the way that you treat yourself. But I'm hearing that the way you treat yourself needs some improvement. Because if you're treating people, or if you show up for people more than you show up for yourself, then you get situations like this where people take advantage of that. So let's clarify the Five of Wands. That was quick. The Hangman and the Seven of Swords. What did I say? Page of Swords at the bottom. It's like you're right. It's like you're right on the borderline. I'm struggling with it. You're right. The borderline is not what I want to use, but you're right on the edge or the tip of a very, very significant transformation. And they can sense it. I don't know if you can sense it. Maybe you can, but you might not be quite in a space. I'm hearing you're not in a space yet where you're trusting your intuition as much. You kind of have to develop that. But you're right here on the brink of this energy, and they want to keep you here. This could be a trap, this Five of Wands, Seven of Swords energy. So Seven of Swords and a Hangman clarified the Five of Wands. It gives trapping energy. Be very careful. If this is a business proposition that is coming from this person or a family, or maybe your family's trying to open a business, please, please. I usually try to tell people not what to do. Don't do it. It's going to bind you to them in ways that, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it'll be permanent, but it's just going to make your path a lot harder than it's supposed to be right now. There's no good intention behind whatever endeavor someone is coming to you about in your family. And it could be more than one person. It could be this auntie and a few other people. But auntie is putting a battery in everybody's back. And this might be hard too, because you probably already knew what type of time this Queen of Wands energy has been on. Because again, I feel like it's been a lifelong karmic relationship. But what might be hurtful is you realizing just maybe there are people in your family who you felt like you could trust, or that you did have better relationships with or good relationships with, who are also on the same time, and you're gonna realize that, and that might be a little hurtful. So again, take some time for yourself. um I went through something similar, so for some of us it's part of the journey, but be very careful. There's something about the way you see yourself and how you see your value that is pretty much going to make or break the situation. And you need to realize, according to your guides, just how much you bring to the world, not just your family, but the world. And a lot of times people like that don't, because it's coming from your heart, you're not thinking about what you gain from it. You're just doing it out of love. So because of that, you might sleep on yourself a little bit, in the sense that you might not realize how much people covet that energy or want you around them for good and bad reasons. Let's talk about the Queen of Wands. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. What do we need to know about the Queen of Wands? Two of Wands in reverse. The Devil at the bottom. You can't make this up. Two of Wands in reverse is giving no pathways, no way out. The Two of Wands in reverse is giving you have no options, or your options are damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you could be between two choices and they're both bad. Don't choose anything. Whatever you choose when it comes to this person or this situation that is not in alignment with you and only you, is either way, it's going to go awry. You literally need to stay in this energy. Like, what's for me is for me. You can't have it, period. And that's, no is a complete sentence. So maybe you struggle with saying no. But there are very significant consequences for that if you don't start, because you got people out here really on some BS. Why is the Nine of Wands here? The Nine of Wands being here means you are protected, means you have you're learning to protect yourself. And what's interesting, I love the Lycius Tarot deck because it's melanated people in it. Um, the image of a woman I got before, kind of similar to this image of a woman. So this could be you in this Nine of Wands energy. Maybe you're setting better boundaries, and maybe you're straight up blocking folks, but keep doing it. Keep doing it, because it's going to help. And again, I've gone through a similar situation, and one thing I had to learn was your ancestors and your guides want to shower you with so much affection, love, gifts, and whatever, but they're not going to give it to you if you're in an environment where it could be taken from them and from you. So if you're also wondering why, if things are slower for you than usual, it's because you need to clean house. And once you clean house, that flow will start to come back, because again, you're in the right energy, and it's not going to be taken away or squandered by people who don't value the gifts that you get. You know what I mean? Because it's not for them. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so this is definitely some disharmony with family. The Lovers is at the bottom. Maybe this is in-laws for some of you. Tell me more about the Four of Wands in reverse. Oh, Ace of Cups. Huh. Yeah, I think for some of you this could be an in-law situation, but I don't think it's for everybody. With this Ace of Cups being here with the Four of Wands in reverse, you definitely need to protect your heart. Your heart center, don't sleep on it. Like, your heart center is is a source of where a lot of the blessings in your life come from. Again, if you have a good heart, that creates so much love and abundance for you, right? Because the heart is where, in my opinion, that's where God is, right? That's where our God energy is. And so your heart center is so pure, and there's somebody playing on it or disrupting it or trying to capitalize off of it. But I feel like with this Four of Wands in reverse, it might be time to cut ties with some people. And while I am not somebody that is like, yeah, cut your family off, sometimes again for some of us on this journey, that's what we have to do. Like you're on the brink of this new journey spiritually. And so this is a very important decision. And it could be a very scary one. I keep feeling compelled to tell you that like how I experienced it too. So maybe you need to hear like someone has done this before and worked out for them. But I went through and kind of still am going through a similar situation where I had to really cut ties with pretty much everybody because everybody around me in some way was trying to like they had their hand out for things that I wasn't even aware of I was getting, right? So maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, I don't think I was as aware of just how much I brought to the spaces that I was in, to my friendships, to my family. And it wasn't until I started taking my spiritual journey, or I started my spiritual journey, that my first of all, your intuition gets better, and so you start picking up on things a lot more. So once I started my spiritual journey, it was easier for me to pick out these types of people in my community, and it was everybody. Like it was really everybody. So I had to make a decision to walk away from a lot of these relationships, or all of them, because what I wanted was so much more, you know? I wanted this energy, and I was working so hard and not getting it. And it's because I was working in the wrong environment and I was giving to the wrong people. But the one thing I always say is that decision saved my life, like legitimately. So again, if you're on the fence about this, there is so much weight to this decision, to this no that you probably need to say. You won't even realize it until after it's made. But this is step one. So whatever you need to say no to, whatever you need to cut ties with, I implore you to do it, because it's going to propel you to this next step. And you're going to keep being tested. You're going to keep being, put in these positions to choose. But start choosing you, because you have so much in store that you don't even know yet. I'm hearing you don't even realize how much you have in store. Let's get a past life oracle card to wrap this all up. Just want one, just one. Thank you. Atlantis. I'll be honest, I'm not too knowledgeable about Atlantis, like the actual Atlantis. However, you could be a water sign. You could have an affinity for water activity. Maybe you love being in water. This is a past life deck, so you could just very simply put have connections to the underwater kingdom, Atlantis. But then you have trust and faith at the bottom, and the arts. You could be an artist. Yeah, I encourage you within this next couple of days to, along with this energy of like minding your business and like standing on business and setting boundaries with people, start to do things that really take care of your heart with this Ace of Cups here. So if you're an artist, do things artistic with no stakes. I'm an artist too, and sometimes I just have to. I get so caught up in trying to create for a reason or create an outcome. Just create for fun. Have fun with it. And again, you might be somebody who has a really good connection to water. Um, definitely, sorry, look into your ancestry or your past lives. You can do a past life regression meditation with yourself. It's very easy, not scary or anything. It's just a very deep meditation where you get glimpses and ideas about your past life energy. But there's a connection to water that you might have, um, that either you haven't been nurturing lately or you're just now kind of reconnecting with water. So I encourage you to do that. Water is very healing. And again, you could be a water sign. So like water signs definitely thrive in that type of energy. All right, I hope this helps and I hope it resonated. Again, feel free to like and subscribe or even share this video. And best of luck to you. I will see you next time. Take care.